Do not skip this video if you want 4 marks in GCSE Science 6-mark questions. My name's Tilly, I got grade 9s in every single one of my GCSE Sciences, and I believe I cracked the code to the 6 markers. So let me share my secrets with you so that you can get those top grades as well. Oh, and by the way, I'm posting my top study tips and tricks every single day until your exam. Be sure to follow so you don't miss out. So one thing that you need to know is that how you answer this question depends entirely on the command word. And I mean describe, explain, compare, suggest. Some command words are a little bit easier in my opinion, like plan or calculate, because then you can literally just regurgitate information. However, evaluate, compare, describe, these are the hardest ones, so let me delve into them. Evaluate essentially means supporting and not supporting, so for and against. And the way I used to do this, I would have basically 3 points for and 3 points for against, because that adds up to 6 points, which should be 6 more. But if I was a bit shaky on any, like, oh, is this relevant? Is this too similar to my other point? I would just add in another point. The key takeaway, make sure you're supporting and not supporting, you have this balance in your answer. Explain questions. So these can take a variety of formats. Sometimes you'll get explain the differences or explain how this process works. And your idea is to make a point and then have an explanation. If you get an explain the differences between these two things or explain the differences before and after this thing's happened, I would always have aimed for 3 points with explanation. Because you'll get a mark for the point and you get a mark for the explanation. Or sometimes you get a question that's like, explain how this thing could happen. And you're essentially explaining a process. And make sure you have got 6 clear stages of this process. So, I don't know, explain how a person's eye could adjust to looking at something from a nearer distance. I can't pronounce. Muscles contract. So the muscles have a smaller diameter, therefore suspensory ligaments slacken and the lens becomes more curved. This lens is more convergent, so the light rays are focused on the retina. Do you see how that was 6 clear steps? And you should be able to pick that out and know, like, okay, I've got 6 more. Do not jump any stages. Describe questions. A lot of the time you could get describe how a student could do this and follow the same steps of this as you would like plan an investigation or plan an experiment. Logical chain of events. But you could also get describe how something has changed over time. And for this, I would always recommend 3 key points or 4 if you're a little bit shaky. So you make a point and then you describe why it has happened or you describe what has happened and the key differences before and after this thing occurred. It's obviously very difficult to keep very general for science. Compare. Again, could be before or after something had happened. Compare 2 separate processes. So take one process and describe how it's different than another.